Hello, welcome to lecture 11. Today I am going to talk about pair of linear equations in two variables taken from chapter 3 of your class 10 mathematics book and quadratic equation taken from chapter 4. This is based on NCERT syllabus. My name is Sangam Banerjee and my details are given below. Here I would like to request students to go through my class 9 maths lecture 12 where I have discussed in great detail how to plot a point or plot a line on a graph. So kindly please go through it. This will help you in understanding better this lecture. So now we will discuss pair of linear equation in two variables. So here it is y is equal to mx plus c. This we have discussed in class 9 in detail, where y is the ordinate and x is an abscissa. Is called x-axis, is also called y-axis if you forget the names, and this is c is the intercept. So this intercept can be positive or negative, and the slope can be positive. This is a positive slope, or it can be negative. And how do you find the slope? Slope is nothing but gradient of y divided by gradient of x. How do you understand this? Suppose you have a straight line like this, so there is no gradient in y difference is 0, and you have x, so your slope is 0. And if your line is along the y-axis, your slope is infinity. And in between you have this dy by dx. We have discussed this in our last lecture also. So kindly go through my last lecture also. Now we discuss this pair of lines. So this is the equation of the line y is equal to 2x with a slope 2, and y is equal to 1 by 3 into x. This is 1/3 of x. This slope is higher than this 1/3. So this is high slope, this is low slope, and they are intersecting at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0. So this is the only solution which obeys both the line. So this is at x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. If you have a line which are parallel like this, then you don't have a common solution here. So of course each individual line will have many solutions. For each point of x you have one y. So for positive or for negative x, this is the y value for -2 here, for +2 here. So this is the equation of line y is equal to, this is your negative slope, you see minus. So this is, and this one is also negative slope. And interesting thing is this y is equal to mx, and this is the same, m is same. So it is translated by -2 time. Okay, at x is equal to 0, y is equal to -2. And here for x is equal to, for this line, for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So this is the one. So one can say each solution x comma y of a linear equation in two variable ax plus by plus c. Okay, this is one variable x and this is y, and this is a constant c. This is a equation of line, corresponds to a point on the line. For each x you have a y. So this equation represents a line, and here I have written equation of straight line. This is the standard form, ax plus by is equal to c, and this is your slope intercept form. That is this is your slope m, and c is the same thing, just you bring it here. You will have, this can be as a slope and intercept, and also point slope form. This is also very similar. So this form you can very easily get. Suppose for the same line you have say x1 and x2, you take these 2 points. For that you have y1 and y2. Of course, since it's the same line, the intercepts will be same. So if you subtract this, y2 minus y1 is equal to m is common, x2 minus x1. So you can have, from here you can have this form also. Now I would like to mention how from the word problem you can write the equations, and here is an example. The number of times Akhila played Hoopla is half the number of rides she had on giant wheel. If each ride costs ₹3 and a game of Hoopla costs ₹4, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played Hoopla provided she spent ₹20? So here suppose she played Hoopla y times and giant wheel say x times, and she has played Hoopla half the times of giant wheel. That's what it is written here, and each ride costs ₹3 for the giant wheel, 3 into x, and Hoopla costs 4. So this is number of times they played this game, which is, this is a constraint here, and this is 20. So now I can write this y is equal to half x here, and I can, since this is a one variable and there is one equation, I can get the value of x. So in a graphical form I can write, this is, I can write as this 2 can go here, x minus 2y is 0. So this is the line, and this is your 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So if y, I put here half of x, then 1 by 2 of x will become 2x. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. 5x is equal to 20. So x is equal to 4. Okay, 5 into 4 is 20. So x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2. So it will intercept at 4 and 2, at x equal to 4 and y equal to 2. So now given two lines in a plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. So either the two lines will intersect at one point if they have different slope. If they are parallel, they will never intersect intersect. The two lines will not intersect, that is they are parallel. They will never intersect. And two lines will coincide if they overlap. So these are the conditions. Either they will intersect or they are parallel or they will overlap. Another example how to set up the equation. Romila went to a stationery shop and purchased 2 pencil and 3 eraser for ₹9. Please pause it, read it. I may be going a bit fast, but you are supposed to pause and read this and then follow what I'm saying. Her friend Sonali also bought 4 pencils and 6 eraser of the same kind for ₹18. Represent this situation algebraically. This is algebraically and graphically. Okay. So what pencil costs say X and eraser costs say ₹Y. So it is 2 pencil 2x plus 3y is equal to 9, ₹9, and this is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. But you see here, this is just, if you multiply by 2, this becomes 4x, 6y and 18. So both are very same. So you have many solutions. So we find that both the line coincide, that is one can derive from the other. I can derive this equation from this by multiplying 2. So there exists infinite solution. Now this is another example. Two rails are represented by equation x plus 2y minus 4 is 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. Represent this situation geometrically. Now again you see here, this is 2x plus 4y, this is common. If I multiply to this minus 8, this is minus 12. So that means this intercepts are different, but these values are same, so they appears to be like they are parallel. So if you plot it, this is for 2x plus 4y minus 12 equal to 0, and this is for x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. So here you can see for this equation, if x is 0, y is equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. So for x equal to 0, y equal to 2. For this is x plus 2y minus 4. And if y is 0, then x is equal to 4. If y is 0, here y is 0, this is x comma y. So if y is 0, x is. So you can get these 2 points and can draw a straight line. If you have minimum 2 points, you require to draw a straight. So similarly here you can draw this line also. For x equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. That is y equal to 12 by 4. Okay, 3. So please go to my class 9 lecture. I don't want to waste much time in these simple things. And for here, for y equal to 0, x is equal to 6. So here it is. This 12 will go this side. This is 2x is equal to 12. So x is equal to 6. So kindly go to my class 9 lecture. Here are some conditions I have given here. Pair of lines. So suppose these are the two pair of lines. This is one line and this is another line. So a pair of line is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So these are the coefficients. This is coefficient a1. This is a2. This is b1. This is b2. This is c2. c1 is 0 here. If I have a1 by a2, this is 1 by 3, this is b1 by b2 minus 2 by 4, and c1 by c2 is 0 by 20, and here you can see that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. If this is a condition, then you will have intersecting line. Exactly one solution, unique solution you will get. But if suppose a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1, then they are coincident and they are exactly fall on each other. Okay, there will be infinitely many solutions. And if this a1 by a2, this is a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, they are different intercept, but they are same, so they will be parallel line. Okay, now solving pair of linear equation in two variables. There are three methods. These are called the algebraic method. One is substitution method, which we have done it. Then there is an elimination method and there is a cross multiplication method. Okay, now let us discuss substitution method. Now you have two equations of line. This is 1 and 2. So from here what you can do is, here you can take this 3x this side, this is minus 3x it becomes, divided by 2, and 14 divided by 2 is 17. So once you have this y equal to this value, substitute here in this one. Now you solve this, you have only one variable and one equation, so it is easy to solve. So you will get x is equal to 4, and then once you get x is equal to 4, you substitute here, you get the value of y also. Here it is substituted this 4 and you get y. So x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1 for this pair of equation. Now second, elimination method, that is eliminate any one variable out of two. Either you can eliminate x and then evaluate what is y, or you eliminate y and evaluate what is x. So here you can eliminate x, that is this 2x, so you multiply by 3 to get 6x, and here this whole equation you multiply by 2 to get 6x. And then once you have this 6x, you can cancel. So here a simple example I have shown here. So this 2x plus 2y this, so you cancel this 2x. So now 2x plus 3y is 5y, because you are subtracting, minus of minus become plus, and this is 16 minus 4. You subtract this, you get 5y is equal to 12. So y is equal to 12. So once you have y equal to 12, then you substitute in any one of this equation and you can get the value of x. Now third, cross multiplication method. So here you see this is the figure which you have to remember. So here these are the coefficient b1 B2, C1, C2, A1, A2, B1, B2, and you write X, Y, and 1. We'll prove this in the next slide. This is just to remember very easily without deriving it, and we will show the derivation in the next slide. So just for remembering, this is you make this kind of X, Y, and 1 and make crosses and start with B1, then C1, then A1, then B1. And if it is B1, then this is B2. If C1 is C2, A1, A2, B1, B2. So you just remember this. So then how to find X? X will be equal to this quantity if you take it here by this quantity. Okay, A1 times B2 minus A2 times B1. So here how do you get this one? This is B1 into C2 minus B2 into C1. So similarly for Y, this is C1 into A2 minus C2 into A1. So if you remember the order, start with B, then C, then A, then again B, repeat it. So B, C, A, B. Then B1, C1, A1, B1, B2, C2, A2. So you just have to remember this to do it quickly. So here if I have this equation 2x plus 2y minus 16, this 16 comes here, and 2x minus 3y minus 4, this minus 4. So I know that y is equal to 12 by 5, which I got from elimination method. So here y will be this quantity, you bring it up, that is C1 A2 minus C2 A1 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So y equal to, here I have written y is equal to C1 is minus 16 into A2, A2 is here 2. Just go through it, you just substitute this value, you will get minus 24 by 10, that is minus cancels, it will become 12 by 5. Okay, just go through it, see these values, and this will be more clear in the next slide. So here it is, proof solving simultaneous linear equation of two variables using cross multiply. So as I said, these are the two linear equation of the two lines, and here I want to evaluate what is x. So I should cancel this y. So this is b1. So if I multiply by b2, so b2 b1, and I multiply this by b1, so b1 b2. So here you see b2 b1 b1 b2. These are same, is a commutative property. So this y I can cancel it. So I will get b2 a1 minus b1 a2, here it is, times x, and here I will get b2 c1 minus b1 c2. So if I bring it this side, this b2 c1 will become minus b2 c1, and b1 c1, which is I have taken minus will become plus. So just go through it, write it down in your notebook and practice it. Okay, so from here x equal to, I can get this quantity divided by this quantity. So similarly I can find by subtracting x, I can find y. I will get something like this, and here provided this denominator should not be 0. So if it's 0, then it blows up, so x has infinite. So this condition is very important. Now exercise from your book. One says, give me 100 friend, I shall then become twice as rich as you. The other replies, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their respective capital. This is taken from Bija Ganita from Bhaskara. So this is a very old problem. So how do you solve it? So here is, suppose the amount of that person is x, and he says, if you give me 100 rupees, I will be twice as rich as you. So the other person has say y rupees. So since he has given 100 rupees, y minus 100, so he will be twice as rich as him. So 2 times y minus 100. And the other fellow says, no, you give me 10 rupees, I'll be 6 times richer than you. So this x has given y this 10. So once you have these two equations, so kindly simplify this and you will get two linear equation and solve using any of the method mentioned above. Now another exercise, it says ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. See this figure. So this quadrilateral, each vertex is touching the circle. All the vertex should touch the circle, then it's called a cyclic quadrilateral, and this thing has been discussed in greater detail in class 9 and also maybe in the geometry classes of class 10. So please go through them. So I don't want to repeat it here again. Find the angle of the cyclic quadrilateral. So you see these angles, you have unknown here y and here x. So we know for cyclic quadrilateral, the condition is the opposite angles when you add, you get 180 degree. These are in degrees. So all are in degrees only. So this opposite angle, this A and C, this 4y plus 20 minus 4x, I have written it's 180, and 3y minus 7x plus 0 minus 5 plus 5 again is 180. Now I can substitute either by any one of the three method you use, and you can get what is the value of x and y. So if you have two variables, then minimum two set of equations you have to have it, and if there is only one variable, then one equation is enough. Okay, so this you remember. If you have three variables, then you should have three equations, so which we will go into it in higher classes. Now exercise 3.1. Number 1, Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent this situation algebraically and graphically. So how do I do it? Say at present Aftab's age is x and daughter's age is y. So 7 years ago Aftab's age was x minus 7. So 7 times as as old as you means daughter's age was y, 7 years ago minus 7 again. So 7 times of that. So 7 years ago, this is the equation. And 3 years from now, that is x plus 3 from now. So after this is x, so x plus 3 is 3 times. Here is in 3 times as old you will be. So daughter's age will be y plus 3 here, 3 years after 3 years. So now you have two set of equations. Now this you just simplify it, you will get this. And just kindly go through it and you will get y is equal to 12 and x is equal to 40. Okay, so this is the age of Aftab and this is the daughter's age. So just you solve this. Here it is solve and solve in any one which you feel comfortable. Now second exercise, the coach of cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,900. Later she buys another bat and 3 more balls for the same kind for rupees 1,300. Represent this situation algebraically and geometrically. So here 3 bat, okay, whatever the price is, plus 6 balls, the price of the ball y is 3,900. I can simplify this, that is x plus 2y divide by, if I divide all of them by 3, I get this one. And then also 1 bat x plus 3y is 1,300 rupees. So you have now two equations, x plus 2y 1300 and x plus 3y is equal to 1300. But you see here, this is say a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Okay, this one is not equal to 2 by 3. So they will intersect at one point, and where it intersects is very easy to see because this y has to be 0. Okay, because both are 1300. So x is 1300, y equal to 0. So they intersect here. And plot this line. How do you plot it? You put for x equal to 0, what is the value of y? So at 0 and y you plot this. And then at y equal to 0, what is the value of x? So you get 2 points for this line, and similarly you will get 2 points for this line. So kindly plot it as I have discussed in my earlier slides. Third, the cost of 2 kg of apple and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. So here I have written 2 kg of apples, 2 into whatever the price is, plus 1 kg of grapes is 160. After a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples and 2 kg of grape is rupees 300. Represent the situation algebraically. This is how I represent algebraically, and again you can plot it here. So here you can see that a1 by a2, this 2 by 4 is half, and b1 by b2 is also half. So they will be parallel line. Okay, only thing there will be translated by some amount here. So just plot it. So if you divide this with 2, you will get this 2x plus y equal to 150. But so if you subtract it, you will not get any x and y. So it doesn't have a unique solution. An example, a boat goes 30 km upstream and 40 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat. So kindly pause and read it again if I have gone too fast. So here speed of the boat is say x and the speed of the stream, the water stream, is y. So if the boat goes upstream against the speed of the stream, the speed of the boat will reduce x minus y. This is stream speed, and the downstream it will add up because this speed and this speed will add up to x plus y. And speed is distance traveled by time. So I can bring time here. So this is distance traveled by speed, time is. So now I add up the times. Okay, this 10 hour to go upstream and downstream. That is 30 kilometers by this x minus y. This is the upstream time. And 44 is distance 44 kilometer downstream. And since it's going downstream along the stream is x plus y. So now you equate this, you will get this is 30 u I am taking as 1 by x minus y and v I am taking as 1 by x plus y. So this I can simplify this equation, I get this. And again it says in 13 hours it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 kilometers down. So again I write 13 hours 40 x minus y. This is upstream and this is 55 kilometers downstream. So again I can write as 40 u plus 55 v minus 13 equal to 0. So I have now two set of equation. Now I can easily solve it by any of the one of the method, the three method which I have shown. You can solve it. So I want you all to solve it. I will not do each and everything because it may be boring for some. So this is where u is 1 by x minus y and v is 1 plus. So once you get this u and v, then you can get x and y also because you will get another set of equation in terms of u because this is a value in terms of x and y, and then you can solve again x and y also. Again you will have two set of linear equations. So kindly do it. I'm just giving you an idea how to go about doing it. Now again this is an exercise from your book. Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solution if they exist by elimination method. Now they have said elimination method. So you are not supposed to do cross multiplication. Here is by elimination method. So I have told you how to do it. Now the first one here, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces to 1. It becomes half if you only add 1 to the denominator. What is the fraction? So here I have written x, this is numerator, you have add 1. If you add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, y is the denominator, you get 1. Okay, so this is one set of equation, and it becomes half when only denominator 1 is added to the denominator. Okay, just go through it. So you have now two equations. So how do you find the value of x and y? You just rearrange this equation and this equation, that is x minus y, this one you bring it here minus 2. Again you have 2x minus y is equal to plus 1. Then by elimination you subtract, you eliminate x and find y, and similarly once you get the y, you substitute the value of y and get the value of x. Second, 5 years ago Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. How old are Noori and Sonu? So here 5 years ago, that is minus 5, x is say Noori's age and Sonu's age is say y. So x minus 5 is equal to thrice as old as Sonu. Okay, 5 years ago, 3y minus 5. So this is one equation. And 10 years later, that is x plus 10, Noori will be twice. So this he will be twice of Sonu. That is twice of, after 10 years, y plus 10 into twice. So you get another set of equations. So then by elimination method, kindly solve this and get x and y. So here I will not do all of them. I have given some hint. Kindly go through it. So you have one equation here, another two linear equation. For each case, you will have two linear equation, and you can solve. And this is the hint is given to you. Just kindly go through it because these are all very same. To summarize, we have really studied all this. Just go through all these points, and more or less I have covered all of them. Whatever is given in your textbook, this algebraic method, substitution method, elimination method, cross multiplication, the condition whether it will intersect or not. Here it is a parallel. It is just shifted. Here it is falling on each other. They are same, linear, dependent and consistent. This has many solutions. I have discussed this. Please go through this thing. Go through point 6 also. So kindly pause and read this. Now quadratic equation. More or less I have covered quadratic equation in class 9 and 10. So I don't want to repeat again. Since for the sake of completeness of your chapter 4 of your textbook, these are the summary. If you can see here, we have covered all this. This is how to derive this formula. So kindly pause and have a look. Now exercise 4.1 of your textbook. I'm just covering this for the sake of completeness. So here check whether the following are quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means it should be power of 2, x to the power 2, okay, degree 2. So here of course you have x square. So this is yes, this is, here the solutions are, I have again cut paste from your book. Here it is yes. Second one is also yes, it is x square. Third one is no. Why it is no? Because if you expand this x square and this is x into x square, both x square get cancelled. So now this is not quadratic. This is your, you can rearrange them and there is no x square term. And fourth, this is the fourth. So there 2x square, x, 2x square and this x square. So only one x square with, if I bring this x square here, so x square is there. So yes, it is a quadratic. So kindly go through this. Here x cube and x cube will get cancelled, x to the power 3. Only one coefficient, this one. So it is again quadratic. You will see that it is quadratic. So kindly go through it. Okay, now second, represent the following situation in the form of quadratic equation. So this problem 1 and rest 2, 3 and all in the next slide, you have to write in form of quadratic equation. The area for rectangular plot, area for rectangle will be length into breadth. The length of the plot in meter is 1 more than twice its breadth. So suppose breadth is x, this is say length, 2x plus 1 is length. That is twice 1 more, 1 plus 2 times x. This is your length which is given here, times breadth is 528. So this is a quadratic equation, that is 2x square plus x minus 528 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and is written here. This is again cut paste from your textbook. Here it is. Second, the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integer. Suppose product of two consecutive integers, one integer is x times x plus 1 is 306. Again you will have a quadratic equation, that is x square plus x minus 306. So you will have two solutions. So one of them will be x, another will be two consecutive. Just do it. So here is the solution where x is a smaller integer. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in year 3 years from now will be 360. Suppose Rohan's age is x, 3 years from now x plus 3. This is 26 plus 3 is 29. 3 years from now, so x plus 29 is 360. So what would be Rohan's present age? So this x you have to find out from this quadratic equation. I'm sure you can find this. This is given here. Okay, minus 273, x square 29 plus 3 is 32x. So solve this and you will get the present age of Rohan. Now 4, a train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. So this is very easy. Speed, as I have mentioned, it is distance traveled per unit time taken. So let the speed of the train be x kilometers per hour. Time taken for the journey is t1, that is 480 kilometer by the speed. Speed is taken as x kilometers per hour. So distance is in say kilometer, this is kilometer per hour. So this is a unit of time only. Okay. So kilometer will get cancelled. So 1 by hour will become hour. So just this all has been taught in class 9. So kindly go how to do such thing using units. Okay. So you have to take care of the unit. So you know that distance divided by distance by time. This is the speed. So distance will get cancelled. 1 by time will go up. So time. And time t2 is 480 divided by x minus 8 because now it is going 8 kilometers hours less. So and you have been given the difference between this t2 minus t1 is 3 hours. Okay. That is this is your t2 here and this is your t1. So now you have this equation. So here I am writing it here. 480 is common. 1 by x minus 8 minus 1 by x equal to 3. So kindly pause it, go through it. Maybe this I am not written it properly using equation format. This is just a text format. So it may be sometime difficult for you to visualize, but you write it in a notebook and check it. So you can simplify this and you will get this equation. So this is what it is, your x square. It is u, it is independent variable. I can name it anything. So u square minus 8u minus 1280. So u square minus 8u minus 1280 will come here. So go through it, pause it and go through. Now exercise 4.2, find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. So how do you split the middle term, which I have shown you all how to do it. So maybe one example I will take here. You see here, this square root 2, this first term into last term. So you take a product, square root 2 into square root 2 is 2 into 5 is 10. So 2 into 5 is 10. So this product is 10. So that means to get 7, what do I do? 2 into 5 I will take. So 2 plus 5 is 7. So I can use this 2 and 5. So now I write this as 2x plus 5x, and this is square root 2 into square root 2 is 2x. So x square plus 2x, 5x plus 5 root 2. So how do you factorize this? This x plus root 2 is common. So you have to write x plus root 2 times bracket open square root 2x plus 5. So I have not written that step. It is given in your solution book. So you kindly go. So here is one more thing. Here you see 2x. So what I do a trick. I multiply 8 to the 16 minus 8. Multiply all the term by 8 plus 1 is 0. So now I have first term and last term is 16. So I know that 4 into 4 is 16 and 4 plus 4 is 8x. So I have discussed this in great detail. So you have 4x minus 1 common. So here you have 4x minus 1 the whole square. 4x minus 1 common and again 4x minus 1 into 4x minus 1 is 4x minus 1 the whole square. So you have two solutions at the same point. Now point 3, find two number whose sum is 27. That is x plus y is 27 and product is 180. So here it is very simple. Y is equal to 182 by x, you put it here. So x plus 182 by x is equal to 27. So x square, this minus 20, then this is 27x. So this is plus 27x. So you bring it here, minus 27x plus 180. So this is your quadratic equation. And now you can find the value x from the quadratic equation formula. 4. Find two consecutive positive integer, sum of whose square is 360. This is consecutive is x and x plus 1. These are the consecutive integer and the square is 360. So again you just get the quadratic equation and then you can solve it. So kindly do it. This is x square, then x square. This is x plus 1 the whole square is x square plus 2x plus 1 square. So x square plus x square is 2x square. It's so simple. So once you have this thing, quadratic equation, and you know how to find the value of x from the quadratic equation formula. 5th, the altitude of right triangle is 7 centimeter less than base. Okay, this is the altitude. Say this is the base, b minus 7 centimeter less. If hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, find the other two sides. So we know that use Pythagoras theorem. This square plus this square is 13 square. So now you have a quadratic equation, b square, then another b square. It will become 2b square minus 14b plus 14. And just do it, form the quadratic equation and find the solution from the quadratic equation formula. And 6, kindly do this as a homework. Okay, this I will not do it. It's very simple. Now exercise, a train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. plane. So this is also very easy. Let the earlier speed be x. Distance is 360 and your speed is x. So 360 by x, this is your time. And when it goes in higher speed, that is 5 kilometers per hour, more than the previous speed, and same distance, the difference between them is 1 hour. It takes less. I can now simplify this and I get this form. And now you can solve using the quadratic equation formula, solution for that. So either x is equal to 40 or minus 45. So discard negative value because speed cannot be negative. So you keep this 40. So from the two solution, you keep one up. Exercise 4.3.9. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9/3/8 of hour. You can call this as 9 and a 3/8 hour. So you can add 9 plus 3 by 8. So you can call it as 9 and 3/8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Suppose there are two taps, one with larger diameter, one with smaller one. So the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the same tank. So find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. So this is very easy to do it. So how do you do it? Small and a big tap takes 9 plus 3 by 8 hours. Here I have said 9 and a 3 by 8 hours. That is 75 by 8 hours to fill the tank of volume V. So in 1 hour it will take V by this 75 by 8. Because now it will fill less in 1 hour. It fills in 9 plus 3 by 8 hours. So in 1 hour it will be V by 75 by 8. Say small tap takes X hours and a big tap takes X minus 10 as was mentioned here. In 1 hour small will take V by X and the big will take V by, this is the volume, X minus 10. So now if I put on both of them, in 1 hour small plus big will fill, this is 1 by X, V is common, by 1 X minus 10. So in 1 hour it is this. So you can equate with this. So 1 by X plus 1 X minus 10, V and V will get cancelled here, is 8 will go up, 8 by 75. This thing please go through your class 9 and see how you simplify such things. So now you will have this kind of an equation. You can cross multiply and then you will get something like this, 8x square minus, this is a quadratic equation. So now you can factorize the middle term which I have shown it here, or you can use the quadratic equation formula to find solution. So kindly freeze it and go through these steps. So you will have two solutions, x is equal to 15 by 4 hours or x is equal to 25 hours. But for x is equal to 15 by 4 hours, this is x, and this x minus 10 which is the bigger one takes, so this will become negative. So you don't use this. So it will, the small tap will take 25 hours and the big tap will take 25 minus 10, that is 15 hours. The big tap will take 15 hours to fill the tank. So kindly go through this step. These are very simple. Just try to understand how this word problem you construct a equation. This is a quadratic equation. So this example shows the application of quadratic equation. Exercise 4.3.9. Express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train to travel 132 km. Passenger is slow and express train is faster between Mysore and Bangalore. Without taking into consideration time, they stop at intermediate station. If the average speed of the express train is 11 km per hour, more than that of the passenger train, this express train is faster by 11 km per hour than passenger. Find the average speed of the two trains. So how do you find it? Let us say average speed of passenger train is x kilometers per hour and the average speed of express train is x plus 11, which is given 11 kilometers per hour. This is higher speed. So time is distance traveled by speed, because you know the speed is nothing but, if I bring this denominator here, speed is distance by time. Okay, that is called the speed. So now time is distance by speed and the distance travel is 132. So your time will be by the passenger train 132 by x. This is for the passenger train, and for the express train this is the speed 132 by x plus 11. So the difference is 1 hour, it has said here. So now I can construct the quadratic equation, and once I construct a quadratic equation I can solve it either by splitting the middle term or by using the quadratic equation formula. Okay, so x is equal to minus 4433. It cannot be negative, so you discard. So for the passenger train 33 kilometers per hour, this solution I take it, and for the express train it will be 33 plus 11, that is 44 kilometers per hour for x. Now exercise 4.3.11. Sum of the areas of two square is 468 meters square. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, find the side of the two squares. So I can write side of square 1 is A and of square 2 is B. So I know that A square plus B square is 468 is given here, and perimeter of square A is 4A and perimeter of square B is 4B, and it is given that the difference of the perimeter of square A and square B is 24. So A minus B is 6. So now I have this equation and this equation. So here now I can write A is equal to, I take this B here, B plus 6. So this B plus 6 I substitute here. Okay, A is equal to B plus 6. B plus 6 the whole square plus B square is 468. So I get a quadratic equation in terms of B. So I get a solution for B as 12 or minus 18. Discard minus 18 because you cannot have negative length. So you take 12. So once I take 12, B is equal to 12, then A is B plus 6. So this is 18. So this is the solution. So here I have covered both the chapter 3 and chapter 4 of your textbook. And next we will move to chapter 5, which is arithmetic progression, in the next class. So thank you and see you in the next lecture.